Oh yes, we've got the mayor of Manistee, Colleen Kenny, and riding with her this year in the parade is our Grand Marshal, Jim Poliski. Jim has been employed by the Department of Public Works in Manistee for over 30 years, I've heard, and every year he has taken such special care of all the things that go into the making of the Sleighbell Parade. So when the committee started talking about who should be the Grand Marshal, everybody sort of jumped at the chance for it to be Jim, for all of his wonderful years of 26 years worth of loving this parade and supporting the community.
Wow.
And he's going to be lighting our tree this year, I think, lighting the wonderful Christmas tree at the end. So thank you, Jim, for all your hard work.
Excellent. And this is the wagon I was telling you about that's over 100 years old.
Wow, look at that beauty.
It was bought in 1863 by the family.
That is gorgeous. Can you imagine that wagon going all that way? That is a wonderful story.
And right behind them,
Yes.
I think we have the, if I'm not mistaken, don't we have the scoopers?
No, I think you know what we have next here? We've got some horses that are all saddled up.
Gotcha.
We've got some beautiful, this is the Crossfire 4-H group of Ludington. And it's a good looking group that we have here. They're led by Janice Jordan and Patty Loft. And every one of the group loves to ride, and they are outstanding horsemen, as you can see even from here. Their wagon is owned by Charlie and Patty Loft, and they're being pulled by a beautiful team of Percherons. Wow, my God.
Fantastic.
Look at they're just gorgeous horses.
Beautiful horses.
That's a great shot. I still can't get over that story about the wagon that you told. That wagon looks like it's in pristine condition.
I know.
And when you
Isn't that
consider how
incredible?
far it's come. Look at got some beautiful horsemen here riding by. I wonder if the horse get as excited as we do.
I don't know. they look like they have excitement on their faces. Don't
Yes,
they,
they do. Oh, there goes Ron. Wonderful.
Ah,
Beautiful. Wow, that's a wonderful group. And they're coming very quickly.
goes
There
our-
are scoopers.
Our scoopers kind of slid by here,
They
didn't
slid
they?
by. Well,
Yeah.
that they like to go unnoticed. They're an extremely helpful group of kids. They're Northwoods 4-H Club, and they should really be called the Trooper Scoopers because they're very they're troopers for helping out in this way.
They should be. And here comes the City of Manistee Children's Chorus under the direction of Joy Smith.
Joy Smith, a wonderful, wonderful choral director. She's currently directing 36 children in the chorus. They all range in age from 7 to 18. And she's a wonderful choir director.
Oh, wow. And it looks like we have a lot of girls who are headed off to bed in their Victorian pajamas.
Yes, these are the Girl Scouts here from Manistee County. We have girls representing Manistee Senior Troop 10148, Manistee Troop 3764, and that's made up of Brownies, Juniors, and Cadets, and also the Onekama Brownie Troop 4644. The Girl Scouts have been helping young ladies develop their leadership abilities, decision-making skills, and gain self-confidence since 1912. And I will tell you, Dave, I was a Girl Scout here in Manistee for 7 years. I was in Troop 154 right here in Manistee, Michigan.
Oh, wow.
So I thank the Girl Scouts. Many years of selling cookies and getting confident.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Look at-
And
Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie, Dave?
well,
Thin Mint Samoa?
yeah, I know. Were you a real good seller of cookies?
Yes, yes. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, we're already at our wonderful, beautiful Lakeside Club is upon us. This is the oldest club here in Manistee, originally formed 125 years ago. They were founded to fund the city's Carnegie Library that still stands today and continues to raise funds for activities right here in town. Their main fundraising project each year is to organize the summer home tour during the Forest Festival.
I hate to interrupt you, but
No, it's okay.
we have an elf on stilts. He's stilt walking was very popular.
Oh, there he is.
During the Victorian era.
Wow.
Look at that. He's picked up one of the kids and he's carrying him around.
Oh, I hope we
Very
can get a
cool.
shot of that elf. He is incredible. This is Neil, right? Neil Sauter. And look at this. Everything is happening so fast. We've got the
I know.
Manistee High School Marching Band is right here, directed by Cindy Swan Egan. The band has a remarkable record of recognition. Since 1982, the band has nearly had a perfect record for first division ratings at both district and state evaluations. And they've been invited to guest band at the Michigan's Music Conference 6 times, and have had guest performances at both Western and Central Michigan University. So they're just incredible. And Cindy Swan Egan was also my band director.
Wow. Let's listen to them as they come along.
That sounds great.
Here comes your soda ash cart.
Oh, here comes the soda ash cart. Yes, that's what we were talking about earlier. I can't believe it's lived this long, but it has arrived.
Let's hope it doesn't explode tonight, okay?
Let's just try not to jostle
No,
it. Everyone
absolutely.
just leave it alone.
How unique. Over 100 years old.
Now, didn't you say that the band usually has a color guard, but they're trying to stick with the era and not do anything that's out of the time period, right?
Absolutely.
Look at that cart. Looks like it is in beautiful shape. Trinity Lutheran School.
Trinity Lutheran School coming here.
Look at their dressed like wonderful angels.
And this, speaking of firemen, here comes a Victorian fireman and his wife out for a walk with their faithful Dalmatian Blaze. And Blaze is actually accompanied by his owners, Fred and Sue Laporte.
Beautiful.
And Fred really is an engineer and a paramedic with the City of Manistee Fire Department. Oh, Fred.
That is incredible, yes. He's been there for 35 years, and this is his 25th time that they've appeared in the Sleighbell Parade. They missed just one due to a surgery that Fred had, but Sue is dressed very typically in her period dress of Victorian times, and of course the lantern will help them guide their path down this Victorian street. Look at, we've got some
here's
people.
Here's a rough and tumble group representing the laborers who actually tamed this area back in the 1800s. The lumberjacks, the cooks, the dock workers, all those folks who put in a hard day's work every single day. And they tell us that they're going to be singing carols as they move down the street, as well as lumberjack songs. Now, I'm not sure what lumberjack songs are, but my guess is we're not going to hear anything from Frozen from this group.
I don't think so.
I just don't think so.
I'd like to learn a lumberjack song.
A lumberjack song.
Yes. They're looking good. And this is a group after my own heart. Here's a group that has participated in every single one of the 26 Victorian Sleighbell parades. This is the students from Kennedy Elementary School. All of the kids will be dressed in their Victorian style attire, and they're the school's 4th through 6th grade classes. In 26 years, you can imagine how many Kennedy school students have participated in this Sleighbell parade. I know that I did, and I look forward to it every year.
Wow. Well, there's 380 students in the school, so you got to believe that it has been thousands of you all who participated in this parade.
It's a memorable evening. I remember dressing up like that. Everyone's trying to just crowd together and stay warm, really, but it's a good-looking group.
And it's got to be really exciting. You were probably excited when you were in the parade.
Oh, so excited. You know me. I love being in front of a crowd. And look at here, we have the Tittabawassee Valley Fire and Drum Corps. These members are all wearing uniforms that are replicas of the ones worn by the Continental Marines between roughly 1778 and 1781. This unit eventually evolved into the United States Marine Corps. And the flag bearers are carrying some of the most famous flags of the American Revolution. That's incredible that they were able to replicate those costumes from that time.
That is great.
Oh, and they've got beautiful drumming happening.
And these folks are so important every year during the Victorian weekend here in Manistee. They're the ambassadors, and they're not only dressed in period clothes, these are the folks who are literally walking information booths for the visitors and the local residents. And when you come next year, and you've got a plan to come next year, you got to give them a try and ask them where the nearest chestnuts are roasting, because they'll know.
They will find
they're ambassadors.
Yes, they definitely need to know. It's always so fun. Growing up, I always looked forward to seeing who was going to be our victor in Victoria and having that wonderful experience.
And they do have chestnuts roasting all up and down the street, too, don't they?
Oh, here's a wonderful girl giving out candy. Oh, candy canes, the kids, that's the favorite part, isn't it? That's exciting. This is who you're seeing on the screen there handing out that candy. That is Miss Luddington area for 2015, looking beautiful and regal in her Victorian outfit, giving sweets to the children. Coming behind her, great shot of Kimberly Reich, a Victorian horseback rider. There she is. Look at that hat.
Beautiful horses in the parade.
Beautiful. We should get them all lined up. We really need to do a Sleighbell Parade weekend calendar, don't you think?
I know, yes. Well, actually, they do have balloting for the best entry in the parade, which takes place well after the parade is over. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cover who actually won. But
next year, we'll have people send in their votes to the internets. Right.
And here's another group that's been in every Sleighbell Parade since the beginning. This is Caldwell Banker, ALM, Realty and Associates. And in case you were wondering what ALM stands for, it stands for Along Lake Michigan.
I did not know that.
Of course.
And I've been in this community my whole life. I'm ashamed. You taught me something.
And another gorgeous carriage.
Here they are. This is Katniss, isn't it? This is Katniss and Henry.
Coming.
Is that Katniss and Henry?
Oh,
beautiful horses.
I
believe so. What just past us that was Katniss and Henry.
Katniss is kind of going by on the side of our picture.
Yes, gorgeous horses.
And her horse Henry, she was nicknamed the Russian Princess last year because of her costume.
Horses. Yes.
And here we've got West Shore Bank, and with their horse-drawn buggy.
Yes, this business goes all the way back to the 1800s. West Shore Bank may not look that old, but the bank was founded back in 1898 and has continued to serve West Shore area ever since. And they continue to be an independent, community-oriented bank, which is to be celebrated in these smaller communities. Here we have the Spirit of the Woods Garden Club. Yes.
Spirit of the Woods Garden Club?
Yep, yes.
With their dancing trees?
They're dancing Christmas trees here. The dancing Christmas trees. The garden club's purpose is to seek out and preserve and protect the beauty of nature, and they do such a good job. You can always support them with pennies for pine, which refurnish our forest.
And here we have West Shore Medical Center.
Yes, here's a business that goes way back to the 1800s as well. West Shore Bank... West Shore Medical Bank doesn't...
Medical Center?
Yes. Oh, the Medical Center, yes. Oh, yes, they're straight out of the 1900s, excuse me. They're members of the staff of the Manistee West Shore Medical Center. And despite their dress, all of their facilities are very up-to-date, very modern. Their staff has nearly... numbers 400 and is proud to be a part of this year's awards and recognition they've received from the American Hospital Association.
Right. And under the combined direction of Brenna Richardson, here comes the Manistee Catholic High School and Brethren High School marching bands. And since Brenna teaches band at both schools, they decided to march and play together this year's parade. It's great to see the bands performing together, and this year they're playing a Christmas medley of traditional carols. Let's listen to them as they come along.
Perfect.
Well, this has been a big year for this group, too.
Yeah,
they
huge.
represent Manistee Catholic Central, and the school is celebrating 50 years of Catholic education this year. And this summer, there was a reunion for all past graduates. It really was a great chance for everyone to get together and relive a whole lot of memories.
Yes, and tonight we have students from the junior and senior highs, the Manistee Catholic Central Washington group, and others celebrating their first 50 years.
Well, these are lumberjacks that seem to have taken quite a historical leap from the late 19th century. This is the Shoreline Cycling Club, and all the members are from Manistee and Mason County areas.
Yes, they're riding what we call fat bikes, those bikes that have 4 or 5 inch tires, so they can literally ride throughout the year. They can ride in sand in the summer or snow in the winter, and they're doing just that.
Wow. And the club gets together just to have fun riding, and they're also extremely involved in the educational initiatives with local elected officials and decision makers on riding matters. And with new riders, they spend a lot of time talking about safety and good biking practices. So
They look like they're having a great time. I kind of want to join this
a wonderful
club.
time.
I think the children like them. They're throwing out
Those
candy.
are fascinating bikes, aren't they, though?
Yes. Wow.
I think they're delivering Christmas trees.
I think they are too. They often, you know, in these parades, in the Sleighbell, Victorian Sleighbell parade, or during the Forest Festival parade in Manistee, they'll often give out trees instead of candy, which I always think is really neat. I know several people that still have trees growing in their yards from times when they've gotten trees at one of the local parades.
Oh, wow. And I think that somewhere along the line, we still have some.
Music, a band coming?
Yeah,
I think so too. You know, that's Cindy Swanegan. You have to watch her because she normally goes through the parade twice. She'll go through with one band and then she'll zoom back to the start and do the other band.
Right.
So she's quick and she doesn't let anybody conduct without her.
This is an interesting group. This is Century 21 Boardwalk Real Estate Office here in Manistee, and they are playing the bells. And I was having a conversation with one of the members of this group who was telling me, I made a reference, and she said, no, they really do call us the Dingalings. So.
It's probably the only time where that is endearing.
Yeah.
They take pride in it. They should really have T-shirts made, don't you think?
Yeah. And I see a horse and a wagon coming behind.
Oh, you know what that means. Well, the Dingalings look great. Well, they are looking really great. They're committed. I wonder how many rehearsals they have before they get started
I
here.
don't know.
I can see off in the distance there the wheels of the carriage that is carrying the man that all of the children have been waiting desperately to see. I'm not mistaken.
Whoa.
Here he comes.
I think I see him.
Do you see him there? We need a drum roll at your homes. Get the kids out. I think he's probably fresh in from the North Pole, or maybe he just was dropped off by one of the Coast Guard boats up here in Manistee Lake. Either way, we are so excited.
Absolutely, and I understand that Santa is going to be greeting children again this year down at the City Marina, just down River Street.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Opportunity for us all to run down there and see Santa.
Chris Kringle, get our orders in. Tell him how happy and thankful we are.
And right behind Santa, we see another team of really big horses coming.
Now, there's really nothing that can trump Santa in the Victorian Sleighbell Parade except for the last bit. The trolley on our train here is the giant, beautiful Christmas tree that is pulled by this last team of horses.
Absolutely, and isn't that gorgeous?
It is so beautiful, and if this is the first time you're seeing the parade on your television screens or live, the best part of the parade is when the entire community flocks behind the tree and follows it into the end of the street. It's really a magical part of the evening and what most people remember the most.
And
here comes Santa. Let's get a good view of him. There he is.
Santa's riding in elegance this year.
He's looking great. Is that Mrs. Claus looking beautiful and pulling him along? It's quite a...
Having a wonderful time.
Santa needs some gloves. I'm impressed. He's probably so used to the snow he doesn't need it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh,
there
look
he
at him.
is.
No, he's pretty well adjusted to the winter. He doesn't look like he's phased at all. Yes, we're getting a good hand for the ding-a-lings that just walked by. There goes Santa.
Santa's having a good time.
Oh, look at this,
and here
gorgeous.
comes the tree. Actually, the Reed family from Bear Lake has handled moving the tree in the Sleighbell Parade for years. They're incredible draft horses.
Yes.
You really have to strain some years to move the trees when they're extremely large. But
I'm not sure if that's Larry Reed or Ben Reed that's driving the team, but each of them have handled them over the course of the years, and it is really a sight to behold.
Isn't it, though? And, of course, the fact that the tree comes down the street upright, already mounted on a huge, huge sled, is just extraordinary.
It is.
And here it comes.
Wow. That's really something, Dave. Gorgeous. Look at those horses.
And after the tree passes by us here, it is going to go down River Street to the park down the street.
Yep.
And the tree lighting will take place, and there will be fireworks.
Which is always
Super.
So exciting. You know, the nice thing that they do here, we'll have a little time lapse, but we'll make sure all of the beautiful horses are taken care of and moved away from the area before the fireworks happen. So no horses will be harmed in the lighting of this tree.
Right.
For all you viewers at home, we make sure our animals are taken care of.
So again, when you're starting to plan for next year coming to Manistee to be part of all of these activities and the festivities, you have the opportunity of following the tree down the street, and we'll see in just a few minutes. We'll see the whole crowd of people. In fact, I think that might be what we're looking at right now. Is the
I think
people
so too.
Behind the tree.
You know, it's so wonderful, the people that are staying in the rooms of the Ramsdale Inn. The tree is as tall as the top room.
Isn't that amazing?
It
And
is so
what
incredible.
gorgeous horses. These draft horses are able to pull.
They're incredibly
so much.
strong animals.
Oh.
I mean, that is it.
And here they go.
Here they go.
Here goes the tree. Looks like that may be done driving though.
Wow.
And here come the crowds behind the tree, heading down the street for the caroling and the tree lighting.
That's just the best part when you see all of the people that are just following